Wako sort of performance last game.
Yeah.
I heard the Senna hooves. I believe we have high noon Senna.
Yeah.
I heard them. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be deeply upset.
Oh, Cascada's AP.
Based.
Yeah, God bless.
I think it makes so much sense. You have 665 on the Lee Sin. It just only makes sense to go with that AP LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Really good gang setup.
The Akali.
Really good gang setup. Really high burst.
Yeah, Hail of Blades on the Varus. He will go lethality. So DCG got what they wanted out of that, out of the draft here, getting Wako off of, some hyper carry right click.
Yeah, and of course Orca with teleport here. Cleanse on Wako. He should honestly, both bot lanes I feel should be fairly safe. I don't. This is a game where I don't actually think the junglers should spend all that much time there. Maybe you could make the argument that 665 can. If you can get that cleanse out, then yes, there's absolutely an angle.
I know exactly where So Cool is going, and it is top lane. You have Yone with Sejuani into the Aatrox. He could be in a lot of trouble, Taco.
That's what you'd love to think.
He is starting bot side, so
yeah, promising.
Unless he's splitting the map, we'll see if 665 actually decides to split the map. Might be a good way to protect his Aatrox.
Now let's see how this lane goes. I mean, Wako definitely one of the stronger Varuses in the scene, and you're kind of seeing that here. Knows how to trade.
Not willing to throw the hook on the Maokai. Yeah, I don't know what spell he started yet. Oh, he doesn't have hook. He has W on Nautilus.
That will make it harder to throw out the hook.
Yeah.
But level 2 will be coming first for JT by a landslide.
And they must know he has no hook at this point, but it is coming.
Yeah, one more minion. That's all it takes.
I think 2 more because it's ranged.
Oh, yeah. That 1 melee.
Yeah, DCG doing okay here.
Oh.
Tide gets himself a soul at the cost of some of his HP, but Senna has such a low HP pool. She just heals back up so quickly with a couple Qs.
Yeah.
Fleet footwork procs. Okay. So far doing okay.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah,
look at this, guys. AP LeBlanc.
Yeah, looking good. I saw Showmaker completely take over a game on AP LeBlanc.
And Cascada, as we know, is actually better than Showmaker.
Has a bigger champ pool.
He certainly does.
Dodging out of some Qs very nicely.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as Distortion hasn't been used, Cascada should be okay. He needs... Oh, Ursan was seen.
Yeah.
He tried to play around Vision, but unfortunately was not able to.
Cascada is not going to go for the back here, decides to stay.
He's full health. And
Wave just out of tower. As Ursan is hanging around.
Yeah, I mean, Distortion's back up now, as long as Cascada doesn't use it. But if he ever does, Ursan's just going to walk on in there.
So Cool doesn't decide to go for the gank on top as big trade from Cascada, but he's out of mana. So Akali should be okay now. With the D-Shield and Fleet Footwork against an out-of-mana LB, it will be alright.
Second wind as well, of course.
Yeah. As bot lane doing okay. I think Wako started that tier. Did he? Or no? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not remembering.
No, it's only got 3 stacks.
Yeah, no, it definitely didn't.
Just confused me in the first slot.
Oh, okay. Taco. Oh, look, I did not stack up his Q3.
It must have timed out.
Yeah, I think it was literally at the second it timed out. And
Minji in trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have flash. Oh, this is a disaster. That is first blood. It's going to be 665 who picked that up. So cool, though. He'll be able to get out. But, yeah, AP LeBlanc.
Good roam by timing by Tide. He doesn't end up being needed here in the mid lane.
Yeah, Minji being a little bit greedy there with those sort of flash as well as shuriken.
Yeah, I don't think he can freeze that wave. It's way too big. As Orca gets zoned out a bit, but big wave coming to him, he'll happily wait.
Yeah, this Maokai doesn't really care.
Yeah. As Minji is fine here in the 1v1, but once his jungler shows top, he's maybe in trouble and has to play a bit safer. Uses the Shroud early. What a ridiculous chain. How does he land that? Wow. Well played by Cascada.
I definitely hit the minion there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Akali was behind the minion as far as I could tell, but Cascada just curving it around the minion.
Okay. I don't think this is a fight J-Team want.
Yeah, level 6 on the Akali, level 5 on the LB.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Taco's here.
Yeah, level 6 on that guy.
Yeah, I don't think this is a fight J-Team want.
Oh, but...
Nautilus is here, actually.
Yeah, now Varus is also here first, so...
Okay. You just give it.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, it's a good roam, actually, for J-Team, because the person on the other side of the map that's getting gold is Maokai, and you don't really care about that.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Although, Tide has located a Varus, although Wacko also turning it back. Oh, nice Tide flashing, but he's flashed closer to J-Team's base.
He has to watch out for Minji. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's fine.
Okay, yeah, it looked like a bit of a suspicious flash from Tide going in the wrong direction, but he's okay.
It does force Wacko to miss quite a few creeps, so...
Yep. And the wave's going to come back to them, so they can get a recall in here and get back to lane in time to catch that wave. As 665 is starting the dragon, but...
But then a Scuttle Crab spawned, and he's a jungler.
I think he actually just doesn't have his team here yet.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
So cool, looking to contest it. And I don't think either team really want to back down from this early fight. So it could be a very pivotal fight.
Yeah,
how this game goes.
Take a look at levels. Level 5 on Maokai, so definitely not at the spike he'd want. Oh, as I say that.
Uh-oh. Oh, they could be in trouble here, J-Team.
Yeah, if Nature's Grasp is going to be... well, Wacko, he has cleanse, so...
No flash on Nautilus,
He's going to cleanse out of that Twisted Advance, and Senna won't be able to connect with that W. Bit of damage rated back, but I think now, especially with that, it's going to be this first dragon at least. Picked up here for DCG.
Yeah, no level 6 yet on Wacko, and, you know, the Maokai solo farming ends up in a fast level 6, and maybe they get the dragon off it, but though it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, no. Orca, all tight even going to get hit. He has no flash, remember, from earlier. Does have the cleanse, though, and gets out of that CC at least. Wacko, he's in a bit of a peculiar position, but so is Tide. He's going to claim that with that piercing arrow. Through comes the Permafrost. It's going to land on the 665. Wacko's trying to find the damage. 665 gets that one. Permafrost again onto Orca as Minji's looking. Going to find Orca as well, almost certainly. He's running to the base, but what a turnaround. J-Team finding themselves a nice team fight win, and Dragon still not being picked up.
What a ridiculous way to play that fight as Wacko. He solo carries it, though. Just somehow finds his way onto the Senna, ends up behind the enemy team, but he recognizes Maokai as Lee Sin's used his combo onto frontline, and I can't believe it goes so well. Tide, you know, starts the fight by getting hooked, and it looks okay, but Orca is completely out of mana here. Wacko just walks past them all. Lee Sin uses Q here, so Wacko just walks up and kills Tide in front of his team, and then kites these guys out forever. Cascada just coming in to get the kill. And Minji able to clean up Orca on the Maokai. Another great start from J-Team.
Yeah, it certainly is. Losing first blood, but now Minji's certainly back in this.
Yeah. Gold is even.
And still no dragon, so...
Oh, they couldn't do the drag. Fair enough, with your AD dead. Sedge Nautilus not going to do that too quickly. As against... DCG on the drag.
Yeah, and Maokai in a much better position here.
Yeah, Nautilus is 5 and so is Senna.
We'll just go over.
Yeah. Wacko, no flash, no cleanse. Just means you probably never are going to take the fight now.
Yeah, you'd have to play pretty well, and maybe you'd have to kill off Tide before Wacko goes down to truly stand a chance. But I think both teams ultimately are fairly okay to let the first dragon go to either team and look for the team and look for the next one, because Minji wants to get to first item, of course, and have lots of threat onto that center. And
So Cool could be cut out here. 665 finds him, but Zaatrox is in base. It might just be a little flip for the smite.
Oh, it was So
So Cool wins it.
And I guess I should have mentioned, I kind of glossed over it, but J-Team actually picking well around the Sejuani this time. 2 melee solo laners, both of which are really good at skirmishing. It's kind of where Sejuani thrives.
Yep.
And so we are going to see it now.
Melee support too.
Yeah, exactly. So there is a lot of sort of permafrost setup.
This hook onto the Maokai. Maokai.
Sizable trade. Cascada, though, he's going to trade back, and now Dredgeline is available, so level 6.
Here's the Maokai ult.
Yeah, Wako trying to zone off the LeBlanc of all people, and a massive engage 3-man Bramble Smash, but it might just be that Orca goes down first. It's a massive Fate Sealed coming through from Lakai there on the Yone. Wako as well, he's finding the damage. Cleanse comes out, Tide is stunned up, but Cascada, he's looking, he's going to get him. He goes back to the distortion. In comes the shield, and it's going to be J-Team. They pick up 4.
Wow, another team fight that starts out so well for DCG, but then the carries on J-Team are playing so well in these team fights that they're able to turn these fights around. I think that fight started with a 3-man Maokai root into a Senna ulti, chunks everyone to half HP.
Even a 3-man Maokai Q.
Yeah, but somehow J-Team are just able to turn the fight around.
Yeah, maybe not enough follow-up.
Yeah,
Taku not quite there in time.
I think it's just the positioning from these carries. 3 people were caught in that engage. Minji was one of them. I mean, that looks like such a ridiculous start to a fight. As Wako, again, just positioning perfectly.
Oh.
Scott lands the chain. He's just not got an item complete yet on the LB. Does manage to finish him off. Tide gets the kill. And Minji's getting pretty massive now.
But he's focused.
Yeah.
He's happy. I mean, you have to be as a J-Team player or fan.
Yeah.
Looks like a little bit of a turnaround from previous form.
Yeah.
Very big.
And you see the item disparities on the carries now. J-Team carries each picking up an item on Minji and Wako, while DCG are struggling to get their items finished. Minji might be in trouble here.
Yeah, Minji does get into that shroud. He's actually looking for Cascada. He finds it. The Q will miss. Sonic Wave not connecting, but it will eventually go down. Tide picking up that one. And it's a big shutdown. So very important gold now over to DCG.
Yeah.
Tide should now have his item. And Minji doing well to turn that 3v1 into a 1-for-1. But
well, I think he could have just ulted away.
I think so too. I think giving over the gold is not worth.
Yeah, helps the Senna get back into the game. Catch up with the Varus items.
Storm Surge, first item for Cascada. Did get nerfed on patch 14.2, so we'll see how much impact it has. It doesn't feel like the most impactful item in the game anymore, but...
Yeah, I wonder what he'll go for after. Maybe just straight up a Rabadon's, or...
Yeah, Rabadon's, Shadow Flame, something like that.
It would be weird to go for the Ludens now after.
For sure.
Is Taco doing fine in this lane? Down a little bit of CS.
Yeah, he might be in trouble now, though. There is ults available for both Yone as well as So Cool. See what he can do. He's got to try and turn it around. He pops that World Ender. In becomes a teleport, actually. And this is not so clear anymore. Center ults as well. And back will go this Yone. Minji now arrives. Shuriken lands. Yurisan's going to go down to Tide. What can be found? Minji! He's 1 HP. Cascada's on the way, though. This LeBlanc. Sokill will also be going down. Tide likely to pick that one up. Sapling connects onto Minji. And Cascada is about to have a field day. That's one. Shroud comes out. Minji's looking for the kill. Of all things, it's not going to find it. And a heroic effort from Taco, as well as really good awareness out of Orca.
And I don't know if they were expecting that to be a Maokai that comes out of the teleport.
Yeah.
I certainly wasn't. Once it was a Maokai, the fight looks completely different. I thought it was Cascada coming out of the TP, and I was worried about him dying too under the turret.
Wako, though.
Wako look for an ult? I doubt it.
He's looking aggressive. He's going to have to look for something. Flash and cleanse up. He cleanses too early. He's dead.
Oh. Yeah. We've seen a couple overconfident moves from Wako. Does get punished this time.
Yeah, and it should be Dragon's second one of the game as well now.
But watch as the TP finishes here. It actually catches the Sedgel. So it's just a Maokai who's appeared here and somehow eats the Sedgel for his... the dude. Yeah, it's just... And I don't think anyone was expecting a Maokai there. As soon as the Maokai arrives, this fight completely turns around. And really good job by DCG just to clean this up. Yeah, once Cascada's here, I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to get out. Actually, gets the ult off, but nice flash from Orca, making sure they get the Akali.
Yeah, we've got a...
Suddenly, Tide's got a 400 gold shutdown.
Yeah, we've got a game on our hands here.
Yeah, 10 kills apiece. Small gold
15
lead.
minutes in, 20 kills.
Yeah, small gold lead.
There's some real League of Legends going on. I think a lot of people here putting in an honest shift.
Yeah.
Lakai, he's not going to have a good time up against this LeBlanc.
Once LB's ult is back up, he might just die. So Cool is watching him. So it's maybe Cascada who has to play it safe, be careful.
Yeah, if there is a distortion forward... Oh, they're just going to pop that Rift Shield.
Can DCG respond to this, either in mid or by rotating?
Okay, he's doing a donut.
It's J-Team who are first to rotate.
We spin those. The knockup. Oh no, Cascada getting greedy. He goes back to the distortion. In comes 665. He will not connect with that Dragon's Rage.
Wait a second.
Yeah, this tower will go down. So Cool getting out with that Arctic Assault. And now Lakai's joining back. In comes the Nature's Grasp. It's going to be Wako who pops out of that Rift Herald. And it's an absolute disaster. Slaughter around the Rift here, going towards J-Team. That depth charge going to try and get Urisan out. It looks like it will.
Yeah, I wonder if Wako actually meant to get into the Rift Herald there. Because he immediately just rams it into the wall, realizing he doesn't want to be in there. And it's another kill picked up for the Senna. And Cascada looked like he was in so much trouble there. But the jump back to his W and the fight completely changes. So Cool trying to finish off the tower. As I don't even know what is happening here. I can't believe he gets hit by this, but I guess it was all part of his plan. Flashes out of the Yone ult, jumps back to a W that I didn't even know he had down. And yeah, So Cool tries to finish off the tower. Does manage to, but he gets so chunked that the turnaround is so easy. What a Maokai ult angle. Wako bails out of the Rift Herald, but gets caught in the Maokai ult.
I wonder if when the Rift Herald knockup came in, if Lakai had immediately used
W, yeah,
or immediately used ult. If he had immediately used ult and then followed up with the Q3.
I'm thinking what happened to LB is she pushed W as the Rift Herald hitter, because there was a W for him to jump back to, and I never saw him use the first part. Yeah. So I don't think they're expecting the W to be there.
Minji
versus Taco.
Minji's still very strong. Not strong enough to take out this Aatrox after popping that world into those. So it is just an exchange of ults here.
Yeah.
But I like the productivity out of Minji. Feels like, oh, nice sidestep. He's dead. Dragon's Rage, Flash, going to be finished off there with that Resonating Strike. Cascada, though, is getting very, very low as Lakai comes in. Fate Seal will connect, but it's only onto Orca. But on the backside, it's going to be Ursan who finds Cascada some way, somehow, and it's going to be the shutdown there going over to this Nautilus eventually. What an absolute fiesta we have on our hands here. 2k gold lead in favor of DCG, as well as the two Dragons, means they are feeling pretty good about themselves.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's anyone's game though.
Oh my god, and Lakai finds it too, man. There's 3 now, and Lakai's going to be able to go back. Resonating Strike available. Orca using that Bramble Smash to just try and get Lakai away. Minji now arriving in the fight. Does not have ult, of course. Bramble Smash misses Minji!
Whoa.
Oh my god, he's only just going to miss out on the damage there.
Unfortunately, the massive Senna shutdown goes on to Ursan on the Nautilus. You would have loved the Yone to get that, but kill's a kill. At the end of the day, you do take him out. Bunch of flashes blown on both sides. As, I mean, we said 665 has 2 kinds of games in him, and it looks like we're getting the pop-off game this time.
We are.
As Gold Graph up and down. As Tide is just way too aggressive here.
Yeah, he's in no man's land.
Nice hook from Ursan, and Yone just isn't able to reactivate his E in time to get the kill. And I'm amazed Orca doesn't go down here, but I mean...
Whoa. Cascada, he's on the wrong side of the map.
Don't blame the observers. No one knows what's going on.
Yeah, no, I absolutely do not. Minji with a nice perfect execution, but missing that shuriken means he's very, very low in damage with Cascada. He's going to go down eventually. Storm Surge being the thing that picks that one up, and now we've got another 4v4, or even 4v5 as Wako finally comes down to the play. Dragon spawning. No Cascada. Teleport available, though. 27 seconds is what they have to hold on for. Minji, no teleport. This is going to be a 4v4 with So Cool very low.
J-Team looking at mid-wave.
Yeah, they are. Wako's going to get that pushed in. He's now coming down. Level 11 now. Chain of Corruption will be upgraded in Lakai. He's found himself somewhat of a flank. Taco's trying to mark it. Yosan taking a lot of damage. And this Dragon is slowly going down. Minji is coming back. He's very, very close. 5 seconds on the teleporters. Lakai, he's going to get absolutely annihilated. 65 picking up yet another kill in this one. It's going to be the 3rd Dragon now. gifted over to DCG.
665 is looking like a monster on this Lee Sin. I think it was actually Taco who found him initially with the EQ, and then 665 able to follow up, ulti him, and, I mean, one-shot the Yone.
Oh boy.
My God.
This might be the craziest game we've had thus far.
Yeah. Unfortunately, hard for Wako to get anything done in this game so far. I think he was 3-1 at one point, maybe 3-2, but he's just died since.
Oh, well, we have another fight.
Yep.
Sejuani ult goes wide. Center ult's also going to be used there. Oh, Mursani, we've got to be careful. This LeBlanc certainly does do damage. Minji, though, he's looking for him.
Ooh. Minji is massive. 7 kills.
We are just fighting.
Yeah, I don't think either team is thinking about cooldowns, objectives, anything but they see a hero, get 5 people here, let's fight.
Now, Minji building towards his third Hextech Alternator item would be the Shadow Flame. Be very surprised to see a Rise in Focus, let's say that.
Orca quietly, kind of massive on this Maokai.
Oh yeah.
11 assists, up a level on Wako. It's the first time we've seen one of these Senna plus support lanes where the support is actually keeping up in the game. You know, usually they're too happy just going down 40, 50 CS and just being about as strong as a support would be anyway. But you're really getting the benefit of having a Senna lane here where you've got a much stronger, tankier support champ. 2 items completed on him.
Minji, you have to dodge out this chain. Oh, the Infernal Dragon helping out with that. Shuriken gets him to safety, as well as, of course, Eurostone showing up. Taco on the other side, though. Teleport once again coming through, and now JT are running. This time it is Cascada. Always got to wonder. Oh, Fate Seal lands onto Taco. It's going to be Lakai. Is he going to be able to have the damage? Yes, he does. Now Cascada's got to be careful. Shield bow is propped, and Cascada turns it around. Oh, is it going to go back? Oh my God, the distortion, so cool. He tried so hard. Orca, though, should be able to help out, and Cascada gets himself a double kill. And
weren't they just fighting top?
Yeah. In fact, Cascada was.
You see the dangers of diving onto the Aatrox. He just tanks up that dive very easily. It looked like he overcommit a bit and got himself CC'd up and one-shot. But somehow Cascada playing out of his mind, just able to turn that around. And Orca somehow there also. Flash onto Wako.
Cleanses early, but W also misses. That's going to be the center ult. Oh, dearie me. Okay, gets a chunk off, but Tide just heals that up happily with Q.
Wow.
Yeah, that's both sums still dying. Really, really bad news if you're a Varus on J Team.
I think that's just about Wako's like 4th consecutive death without a KP. Having a hard time keeping up with the pace of this game right now.
I mean,
he looks a lot more comfortable when he's got like an enchanter support and the game's being played around him. When it's a Fiesta like this, he's having trouble. Tide seems to be doing better at just following his team around and being there for the plays.
I mean, him and me both. This is...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't really blame him.
Now, Cascada working towards either a Crypt Bloom or a Lich Bane. You can't really tell as of yet, of course.
I can't believe Cascada is 6-4. It looks like he's doing so much better than that this game.
Yeah,
he's been performing so well.
And I have to say, this AP LeBlanc is looking...
It looks so good.
200 times better.
Compared to AD LeBlanc. Imagine if there was just an AD LeBlanc proccing Static Shiv for like 200 damage in these fights, like a couple times. That is just not getting the same work done as Cascada's been able to do on this APLB.
Yeah, not even close. Minji going to be looked at. He's actually down a level. Uh-oh, chain lands. That's really bad news if you are an Akali.
Big chunk, yeah.
Yeah, well, back to base you go. No teleport available.
And I do think this is a bit of a questionable Void Staff from Cascada.
Yeah, only really affecting Nautilus and Sedge.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's going to be the one responsible for killing those guys. But then again, who is? Never hurts to have a Void Staff anyway, or a Crypt Bloom. Cascada looking very aggressively, zoning 2 at the moment while they go on the Sedge.
All hook lands, but that is 2 tanks versus an entire team. Let's quickly back out there if you're J Team. Lakai as well as Taco, they're both down here. Lakai actually quietly got himself a XP lead.
Yeah.
And now this is Dragon Soul. It's the Infernal Dragon.
Soul. Wow.
If DCG get this, it will be Soul. Everyone is here.
Your son.
Your son gets really hard chunked early. So cool though, he finds that nice stun onto 665. 665 does get out, and now So Cool is a bit in no man's land. Yosun's going to use that hook to try and find something. Minji is kind of in the back line. He's going to be able to find 665. And now J-Team, they've got 3 alive. They have to try and do something to disallow any of this dragon to be done, but it's going to be Lakai's. Oh, maybe if he went back. Yeah, Wako, he's flashed on. Taco's going to be able to find this. It's going to be easy as that.
God. That's the Aatrox we're used to seeing. Just on a helpless Varus. Lethality Varus can't turn around and do anything to him. I mean, the hero of that fight, believe it or not, was Orca. He was able to just, look at his HP still, he was able to just walk face first into the enemy team, and no one can kill him. Minji tried to get around him and get onto Tide and finish off 665, but Taco actually finds Minji in his Shroud with a few of his Q knockups. And Minji isn't able to get much done but finish 665 off on a massive Akali.
Now game is very much more difficult for J-Team.
So they find a massive chunk onto Ursan, and that is enough for Orca to immediately pull the trigger. As 665 does a really good job of taking 3 ultimates and getting out. And then here Maokai just gets hooked and just walks into the enemy team. He's tanking everything. Taco gets a 900 gold shutdown onto the Lee Sin, but from here, it's so hard to escape this Aatrox once the fight is lost. I mean, he even turns around to make sure his team is okay and still manages to chase these kills.
Yeah.
So Wako is not having much fun this game.
No. Started off well, and ever since we've tried to go for 2 kills a minute, it's looked worse and worse for this Lethality Varus. Your cooldowns are not up enough. You don't have the safety of Senna.
Yeah. Yeah, Senna feels better just, sitting back, getting a big ulti off, healing up her team, maybe landing a snare. Lethality Varus doesn't feel too bad in these kinds of games as long as, I don't know, there's some semblance of...
Minji?
Taco's actually level 16, by the way.
Oh, yeah, but Minji's just kind of was winning. Not anymore.
Yeah, that's an Infernal Soul as well. Is going to make that very one-sided. Cascada kills him.
Very, very dead.
As... in this kind of game, maybe an Infernal Soul just ends it immediately. With how much these teams are fighting, how high damage both the comps are. Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do about this Cascada.
Yeah, it should be Baron now.
Jumping around.
Picked up by DCG, you'd have to think. Taco teleporting back in, picking up that Sundered Sky. He's very, very strong. There's not really much. Maybe So Cool can look for a steal. I mean, it'd be heroic if he manages to get it.
Sejuani and a dream.
Yeah, but now Taco, he's going to disallow it, as well as that Maokai ult.
I didn't even see Ursan died. He died insta.
Yeah. Yeah, Ursan goes down. I mean, looks like DCG fairly comfortably in the driver's spot. They do need to finish off the base. Obviously, all these second tier towers do remain open, but should start taking them down now.
What was that, 40 kills? 40 kills in 28 minutes.
Yeah, we've had a banger of a game. Okay.
And after one amazing fight from J-Team at the Rift Herald, again, it looked like we were getting a repeat Wako.
He's just going to go down again. Orca's found his way onto him. There's a bit of CC onto this Maokai, but really you're not wanting to hit him. Taco, though, he's actually quietly getting pretty low. Gets a bit of health back from his Qs, and unfortunately, So Cool will go wide, but they are able to find one. Lakai trying to do the damage. He might just be able to. He's certainly not. Cascada comes in, shuts that down very, very quickly. And now only 2 tanks remain. It's going to take 29. It felt like a 40-minute game. It was only 29.
Yeah.
But DCG, they do strike back. We're going to be going to game number 3. Although, J-Team are trying to hold on.
Oh my god, that's a Sejuani.
Yeah, that's your tank that just lost their entire health bar. Now, minion waves, there is only the one.
Yeah, it's over.
It should be over.
They're too strong. They're too strong.
Wako's alive, but down will go Nautilus immediately. Here comes Wako. Is he going to just come in for his... Oh, he's going to come in for his 9th death. Yeah, there it goes.
What a ridiculous game.
Yeah. What a